Welcome to Truck and Chubby Sports, where we backing our yapping. We ain't never capping. That's a factor. So what's happening?
Not a coach, not a pro, no X's, no O's, just a fan's point of view and what we know. Let's go.
Yo, what up with it? So what have we learned from the Auburn spring game? Oh man, they know how to hype this up for real in the college football media, don't they? Well, what we have learned is that kicker for Auburn is amazing. That's one thing we've learned. That freshman kicker they grabbed up is a go get her. Do you hear me? That kid is amazing. He's amazing. If there's no other way to put it. I mean, we've learned so much from them, and he's amazing. That's all I want to say. Get that out the way first. Charles Kelly, the defensive coordinator, secondary coach over there at Auburn. We know that he likes to run a tremendous amount of man coverage. He trusts his cornerbacks to run man coverage. The problem is with that is they seem to tire out. You have to be in tremendous shape in order to do so, right? Y'all agree? You got to be in tremendous shape. I think they played a great first half on defense. As far as that goes, they held them down. The man coverage was there. And you notice in man coverage, a lot of cornerbacks do not get their heads turned around on a lot of plays. They gave up some big play, they let them get back in the game. The offense did, and that's what you're going to learn in the Charles Kelly defense. Well, it's particularly not all his defense, but he is the secondary coach, and I think they played well in the first half. Auburn still has a ways to go. Auburn is not I haven't heard any, Auburn podcasts or any Auburn creators say that Auburn is going to go win a national title. They're looking they have a very young team that has to learn a lot, and they're going through the process in Auburn. We know that. One thing though is that kicker will get the job done, and they have a promising future in Auburn. That's what we learned in that spring game, that there was some flashes of goodness that you've seen in there. And there was a lot of things that you could take out of that Auburn spring game and say, you know what? They have a tremendous amount of things to learn from, and which they do. And they do. And they do. And so does a lot of other college football teams. I like the fact that they all went out there and they put their best foot forward. There's a lot of critique from that spring game, but it is a spring game. This is not probably what we'll see in the fall. Maybe there'll be a couple of different transfers. A lot of things will change. But first glimpse at them and that young team that they have, because there will be a lot of freshmen for Auburn that will have to step up, such as their kicker did. He had ice in his veins, and we got to give him a round of applause for that, y'all. We do. And being in the ACC and having such a young roster that has to go out there and play now, and they're going to have bumps and bruises. They're going to lose some games, and they have to learn from losing, though. That's the only thing with Auburn. But other than that, look, man, I like what I saw out of Auburn and all those young players that they have. I like what I saw. And when you have a team and as bold as Auburn is in the SEC to start all of the freshmen that they will be starting, that is a team that I want to pay attention to, keep a close eye on throughout this fall because they're young and they're only going to get better. So if they can keep all their players together, if those freshmen on Auburn say, you know what, we win together, we lose together. If we lose this year, we're all coming back next year as sophomores. We're gonna get some couple more freshmen in here. Maybe we'll get some guys from the transfer portal to transfer over, some guys we know throughout college football, and we're going to build up our team because they will have a good team. If not this year, we know this is probably not gonna happen this year, but maybe next year, the year after that, and year after that, because they got 4 years, right? 3 to 4 years in college. And that's the great thing about Auburn. That's the great thing about Auburn. And you know what? I like Auburn because of the fan base. They're realistic because of the coach. He's very realistic, and because they're giving freshmen a chance from high school, recruiting from high school to get on the field and play ball and make a name for themselves in the SEC. So we will see them ball out. Now, at some point, the inexperience will show up, but everybody at that's an Auburn Tiger fan. They know that, and they're fans because of this, and they're sticking by their team, and that's why I envy that team a little bit, and I say, you know what, I like what I saw out of Auburn, man. But that's what I learned from that game is that the defense that they will step up. They will step up. Those young players. The kicker's awesome. And they have a tremendous amount of room to grow, and they will. And it's going to take time, and everybody knows that out in Tiger Country for Auburn. Nobody's promising no bowl games or, national the playoff spots or anything like that. They're just saying, you know what? Let's get a product on the field. Let's let our play do the talking, and let's play football. And I like that, man. And I like that. One more time for Auburn, man. I like that. I like that. I like what Auburn's doing out there as far as that go, man. And you got to respect that if you're a college football fan, and if you just like football in general, even if you're a casual, you got to respect a team like the Auburn Tigers in the SEC, man. Y'all know I'm bringing. I'm gonna do some breakdowns. I still want to see if I could drop these videos, man. If not, then y'all would just see, what we learned from the games. But I'm gonna be doing this throughout the whole spring football. I'm gonna do one for every Power 5 team there is. Maybe I'll dip over and do a little bit of G5. But as far as I know, that's what I'm doing. And I'm bringing it to y'all. If you're new to the channel, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Hit the notification bell for our updates. Appreciate y'all, man. Have a blessed day.
Want to see Truck and Chubby live with co-host Shed? Tune in at Fans Point of View. Saturday, 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 3:30 p.m. Pacific Time. But in the meantime, in between time, enjoy the content. Don't forget to hit your notification bell for all updates. Thank you for watching.